EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Micah Parsons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running but couldn't free much space. It's a pickup of 4 and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give here to Pollard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Prescott. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Shotgun, it's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Run for Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. That swung out to Mostert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, Ended up settling for 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Newman. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second and 9. Here's Pollard again. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll run left with Pollard. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 140 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down, Cowboys. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They run the counter. Pollard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing is Wilson. This is Smith with a grab. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Dak's going to keep it. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly. And most of the time, unsuccessfully.
So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Smith catches left side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Fielded at the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because they're loud.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, Prescott here to throw. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home.